What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Now, I apologize because there's been some great things that have come up in the world of boxing, and I've just been extremely busy. Um, I haven't dropped a video yesterday, so I apologize for that. I try to pace myself and that kind of thing, but I've been real busy, like I said. Um, a video I worked on, I directed and edited, made it to World Star Hip Hop, so I've been getting a lot of emails, and it was crazy. The views skyrocketed in the first day to like 100,000 views, so that was definitely good. And yeah, like I said, it was on World Star, so just been kind of busy dealing with that and making sure the video got out in time and all that kind of stuff. So been real busy, but there's a lot of good stuff. So expect some more videos to come. I did want to talk about Miguel Vasquez, and he received an offer to fight Yuriorkis Gamboa. Um, I thought Gamboa was going to face another opponent. However, I can't think of the guy's name right now, but the guy that lost to Rocky Martinez that I thought should have beat, that he should have won. Um, I thought that fight was going to take a place. In the video responses, I'll put the link of that fight. But it looks like they have other plans for Gamboa, or that fight didn't go through, or whatever. So they're talking about doing Miguel Vasquez versus Gamboa, and Gamboa said he wanted to move up to 135. I think if he can beat Vasquez, who's definitely a crafty, slick type awkward fighter, this will definitely give Gamboa some more positive exposure. Gamboa definitely has a fan-friendly style. However, him with SMS promotion, I mean, he's like the biggest star, and they don't really have a strong roster of talent, in my opinion. They have Andre Durrell, Billy Dib, who just lost his title, and Gamboa. Those are the real standout people with somewhat of a name. In all of them, no matter if you like them or hate them, I'm not clowning or degrading them, but none of them have a huge U.S. fan base. Andre Durrell has been inactive a lot, dropped out of the Super Six tournament. Again, Billy Dib from Australia lost his title, and Gamboa from Cuba, who's definitely a fan-friendly fighter, but he still doesn't have a huge U.S. name to the more casual boxing fans who may know someone like a Brandon Rios or Adrian Broner. Um, they may or may not know Gamboa. It just depends on how much they're into boxing. So I think if Gamboa can pull it off and beat Vasquez, that's a good statement. His first fight at 135 to beat someone as elusive as Vasquez. I think that's a good look for him. Vasquez is also extremely tall, and Gamboa is very short. So I'd be anxious to see how this plays out, to see how both fighters look. And definitely the winner of this fight, if this fight is made, again, this is just a potential fight, I think would deserve a shot at Adrian Broner if he is to come back down to 135. As you guys know, Broner is at moving up to 147 to fight Paulie Malignaggi at the Barclay Event Center. So realistically, I don't know what he's going to do. I don't know if after two fights, he feels he's done everything he needs to do at 135, or the opportunity with Malignaggi just presented itself, so he just wanted to go for that title shot. Um, he's young enough to go from 147 to bounce back down to 135, but in the past, some people slowly drop back down in weight. As you guys can see, Josito Lopez moved up to 154, which was uncharted territory for him. Faced Canelo, and he was previously fighting at 140, and then he fought Victor Ortiz at 147, and then he moved up again to 154. But he says he wants to campaign at 147, at least right now. He said he's not dropping back down to 140, and we're likely to see Josecito Lopez versus Maidana at 147. So who knows? 140 is the stacked division, so Broner may choose to stay at welterweight. He may choose to drop down to 140 to deal with them, and fight the people at 140 in the stacked division, or he may go back down to his initial division, which was 135. There are still a couple fights. One thing I definitely could say is I'm losing respect for Ricky Burns. Um, you guys give a lot of flack to people like Nonito Donaire, people like Floyd Mayweather Jr. And the reason I say them is just because they're popular in the sport and they're title holders. And I always hear negative things about those, like, people like that, I guess you could say. Timothy Bradley, another title holder I hear, like, gets a lot of flack. And Timothy Bradley, he's fought a lot of people like Kendall Holt. He fought Pacquiao. He fought Ruslan Provodnikov. I mean, Timothy Bradley fought a lot of people, so I don't see why people give him flack. And he seems like he's really game in fighting for the fans' admiration, I guess you could say. Mayweather, he's a 16, 17-year career. He fought a lot of people as well. Whether you give him credit or not, he still fought them. They're still marquee names. Same thing with Nonito. He still fought a lot of people, whether he gets credit. And the reason I bring these people up is because they always get shunned in the boxing world from people who aren't a fan of them, but they've faced some solid competition. And you got people like Ricky Burns, who has had opportunities to face the most solid people available that want to fight him, Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner didn't want to fight Gavin Reese. Initially, he wanted to fight Ricky Burns, so he put out an offer. Ricky Burns and his camp declined that offer. After he defeated Gavin Reese, Brones thought that Miguel Vasquez and Ricky Burns were to fight, and he called him out, I think, after the Gavin Reese defeat. So he said he still wants to fight Ricky Burns in several interviews. And then Miguel Vasquez was supposed to fight Ricky Burns, and then Vasquez gets food poisoning, says he wants to postpone the fight. Ricky Burns pulls out completely, and Adrian Broner tweeted to Ricky Burns, like, now that your fight's off with Vasquez, fight me, bitch. I think that's exactly what he said, something to that effect. He called him a bitch, and he said, fight me since your other fight's off. And Ricky Burns didn't take him up on his offer, so it's like, I really can't understand the motive unless he is afraid. I mean, why are you not fighting Broner and he's repeatedly calling you out? Why did you pull out of the Miguel Vasquez fight completely because of the man was sick? That's like Zab Judah pulling out of the Danny Garcia because Garcia got his rib injury, or Kell Brook. Actually, Kell Brook and Devin Alexander both got hurt, and the fight got postponed for that reason. But that's like either one of them pulling out, like Devin Alexander, like, yo, I'm not fighting Kell Brook, even though it's mandatory. I'm just saying, hypothetically. That's like Devin Alexander saying, yo, I'm not fighting Kell Brook. He's hurt. I'm out. I'm pulling out completely. I'll vacate my belt. I don't understand, again, Ricky Burns' motives. Why is he not willing to fight Broner? That's what it seems like to me. And why did he pull out of the Miguel Vasquez fight entirely? So, yeah, I'm not really ranking Ricky Burns too high based on those reasons. I mean, you're a title holder. Obviously, people want to fight you. And these are also people with titles, so you could unify, and you have that opportunity to unify. But if Nonito tries to unify with Guillermo Rigondeaux, I still see bad things, like, oh, he's ducking, even though the fight's on and about to happen in a week. I still see bad things. Or if Mayweather's fighting Robert Guerrero, they're saying, oh, he's a blown-up lightweight, and Mayweather's a cherry picker for unifying. So I never understood that. I don't understand why certain people get so much flack, and then the rule doesn't apply to other fighters. So these are the rules you guys are saying, not my rules. These are guys that I'm reading comments, and you guys are saying that. So to me, if anybody's like ducking or scared of somebody, it seems like Ricky Burns, because he's not fighting the two most legitimate people. And I haven't seen him in a rush to fight Richard Brill either. I never heard him call out anyone, so I don't know what he plans on doing for his next fight. But as far as Miguel Vasquez versus Yuriorkis Gamboa, I definitely would like to watch it. Stylistically, it's a weird matchup, height difference. Vasquez, we all know he's crafty and tricky, and Gamboa's explosive in power and speed. So I'd be anxious to see how both fighters look. Gamboa didn't look exceptional or spectacular to me on the Pacquiao undercard, and I'd be anxious to see. So was that just because of a long layoff for Gamboa, or was it because he lost a step, or what? So I'd be anxious to see how Gamboa looks at 135. Let me know what you guys think of this matchup, and that's all I really got to say. As always, hate, comment, or subscribe. Until next video, it's Ego signing off.